Okay, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Let's hope everything is working as it should. Audio and everything is working perfectly. I see Skin and Bones here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. I see Albin here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You might see me a little bit down today, but that's not because of crypto. It's got nothing to do with this. I'm really excited what crypto is doing. I'm really excited about the bounce. I'm a bit sad I didn't get the cheaper bitcoins, some of the orders I had. But other than that, it's been a long day. This is probably why you're seeing me do the stream very late. And I can assure you I'm not going to be here for too long. I'm very tired. But nevertheless, we're here. We're going to do some updates. And I want to show you something on the chart today. So there was this signal that was flashing. And I thought I have to show you this. Belgians here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. So I saw something. And it's an early warning. Remember, I always tell you guys, when we see a death cross, it's already too late. Or when we see a golden cross, right, it's already too late. So for this reason, I thought, let me share what I see basically, and kind of give you a warning in advance, because if you don't get this warning right now, you've got a bit of an issue, because there's no one here to tell you until it's already happened. You see what I mean? So when this thing does happen, and let me bring the chat back in, give me a second, guys. So when this thing actually does happen, what's going to happen is it's too late. Everyone's going to scream and shout about it. Look, guys, we just had a death cross. Look, guys, we just had a bull cross, or whatever, a golden cross, right? But that's just too late. What did the Skin and Bones say? Skin and Bones said, mine hops in so late. I don't know why. Just got in, sold, got in, said waiting the rest of the I think, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Mine hops in so late. Mine. Okay, I'm confused. I'm not sure what's going on. But let's see what happens anyway. Look, we've got the market doing its thing. Let's go straight into the charts and have a look and see exactly what's going on, right? So we can see this particular area here where we can see the market is looking green. Of course, today Elon Musk sent out a tweet regarding Doge, and Doge pumps 19%, 20% almost, right? So yeah, I mean, great news. But is this pump gonna last? That's the question here right now. I think this is the biggest YouTube. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure, bro. I have no idea why YouTube does this. It does this to the best of us. This is how I get stuck on chats. Sometimes the chat just doesn't refresh and I don't see any action. So then I have to literally log out and log back in. I see Amit. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you here as well. So end of the day, sometimes what happens is you've got this situation where YouTube itself just keeps you hanging there, stuck there for so long. I know exactly what you're talking about, and this is one of the reasons why I constantly look at the device. I don't even do it here because I can't see anything. So what's the point? So I have to get onto the mobile phone, refresh quickly without disturbing the stream, and move on. It's just YouTube doing its thing. They're kind of stupid, but anyway, so far, as I said, the market is looking good, and yeah, I mean, you're here now, so that's what matters, right? Forget the rest. But you can see Doge 20% pump on Elon Musk. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. So I'm just hoping a lot of people didn't jump on this hype. Of course, the market's reacting to it, but guys, there's other stuff going on in the market as well that you must observe. For example, 15 BTC left the exchanges. Okay, is that really bullish? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's just be honest with ourselves, right? We see this market reaction today, for example. You can see markets sitting at 21. Is this actually bullish? No. So when you're looking at all of these kind of datas, certain things don't make any sense anymore. So this is what happens when you've got this kind of a big pump coming in for whatever tweet or whatever they did. It just stops making sense anymore. Like when we're looking at this, we can see BTCs actually leaving exchanges. It's not even, just very small amount leaving, very tiny, minuscule amount leaving exchanges, right? And yeah, we are very bearish. So I don't know. I mean, I have mentioned one thing as well. I said, look, guys, if you look at the charts, you might end up seeing that we do have some bullish signals. And I'm going to bring into the charts so you can actually see this for yourselves as well. but there's also bearish signals, and these bearish signals are very strong signals as well, and they're like kind of a, how would I say this, like a little warning, right? I mean, you can see, for example, right now, so a few days ago when we started dropping down, the bears were winning, the bulls were losing. Now you see how all of a sudden, for example, in the past 12 hours, majority, it was like kind of balanced, right? And then all of a sudden in the last 4 hours, you can see bears are getting wiped out. So is this a bear trap? Was this a bear trap, right, to take the bears out? Or is this a bull trap? This is the question. Are the bulls going to be taken out next? What is this? Is this a dead cat pounds? What is it? Like, you know, this is the questions that you got to ask yourself, because the data just doesn't make any sense, you know, especially when I'm looking at Grayscale and I'm looking how Grayscale is changing the number 20. This is the most bearish they've ever been. This means you can go now and buy a Grayscale BTC, GBTC from them with a 20% discount on top of whatever the price the market is giving you. Can you imagine this? You can get a 20% discount. So what, if we're sitting at 48, just round it up to 9k, you can get 9 grand less. You can pick up a BTC for $39,000. Imagine that. So these are big data, you know, big market sentiments, big movements. These are the big players in the market, and that's the data we're getting from them. So when you do look at this short time frame and you see these little pumps, does this make any sense? That's the question. I see Ennis here. Awesome. Salam, my brother. Nice to see you here as well. Let me refresh the chat again, so just in case. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button, hit that subscribe. Let's grow this community. Also, we've got a Discord community group as well. You're more than welcome to come and join. It's all free. And hopefully we can help each other through this as well. I'm not there that often, but I do post, what you call this? I do post all the links. So any, what? Yeah, so if I've got, see, it just didn't refresh. So if I've got any, what you call this? Any updates or even the video links, I do post them through to Discord straight away as soon as I go live, basically. This way everybody in the community gets the videos, even if YouTube doesn't give it to you. So looking at the chart, right, okay, obviously you can see this is, you know, looking bullish. Yeah, great, no problem, but still a lower high, right? It's still lower than this, still lower than this. So what you have to understand is this does not make any difference. But yes, there are some bullish news here. For example, if we start looking at this, what we can see is all of a sudden we've now finally broke through. So we are looking bullish on the daily. This is on the daily, but are we flipping bullish on the weekly? No. We're still going down. So please be careful how you perceive, you know, kind of pursue this market, what you plan to do, because when you're looking at these bigger time frames, they are not bullish. They are absolutely not bullish. Yes, maybe the 4 hourly, maybe the 12 hourly, maybe the 8 hourly, you know, even the 24 hours looking okay, but you have to be very, very careful how you trade right now, because anything could happen. This is not bullish. This one candle is not bullish at all. So, you know, until it gets to this level here, this $50,000, it is absolutely not bullish. So please be careful how you pursue this. Now, there's other things as well that's telling us it is not bullish, right? For example, when you look at the total market cap, and when it decides to refresh, let me see what's going on here. Wow, so many people. I see Bubble here says hi, Skin and Bones, lots of lower lows. Yes, Skin and Bones lows. Yes, I got it, bro. L Bubble waves. Skin and Bones laughs because it's getting all that messed up. JB's here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. JB says, I think there was a hack. Crow went up to 35,000. Damn, bro. Why didn't you tell me, man? That would have made me a billionaire today. Yeah, if it went up to 35 million, yeah, definitely been a hack or some sort. It was not a hack, it's probably just a glitch. Let's reload this, guys. Give me a second. It's just bugged out on me, so not sure why. I'm just going to get rid of this and come back here again. Right, so what I'm saying is, if you look at the total market cap, what you're seeing is basically, remember, yesterday we dropped all the way down to 204, so I'm sorry, 2.4 trillion. That's where we dropped. We went so low on the daily, and of course, yes, it's reacting similar to how BTC is doing, what Doge is doing. Everybody's really excited, but this is still a lower high. So this, you see, we're still creating lows. For us to invalidate all of this pattern, we still got to go. I mean, even if I use this point here, we're literally break above this neckline again, the 2.229 trillion now, so a little bit lower, because remember we were down here before and we still haven't invalidated it. So the pattern itself is still coming down. You know, you just got to observe this. Of course, on the daily it looks bullish, for this is for the entire global market cap. Again, on the weekly, no, we're leading, everything is pointing down. So yes, maybe it does look a little bit bullish, but actually it's not. And again, whether it's bullish or bearish, the time we find out, it's already going to be too late, right? That's the key here. It's always going to be too late. Remember one thing, right? You know, the data itself is printing behind whatever's here right now. So, you know, when we start looking at this, whatever's happened is going to confirm that, and that's the scenario we can only look at and then make a judgment. So far, based on the previous candle, we can see that we're not doing anything bullish. Do you know what I mean? So it is an absolute bearish candle, even though we're at 48. And you know, I'm disappointed that I couldn't buy my discounts, because honestly, I've got buy orders here, I've got buy orders down there, I've got buy orders everywhere. These buy orders, I was hoping they were going to fulfill, but they didn't. So I am kind of disappointed about that. Of course, whatever I'm holding is moving up, that's a different story. But question is this a dead cat bounce? And is this going to last? That's the key here. Is this going to, because yesterday we did have a nice little confirmation that this was, right, a head and shoulders, and then all of a sudden we had a nice little bounce here. You can see this particular candle here. Yes, it's a lovely candle that overtook all of this, and it does have some power, but is it powerful enough to push us above these necklines and then completely reverse this trend? So we're going to observe this, but let's take you to the chart that I was looking at. I believe this is the 1.5 V5. Give me a second, guys. Cancel V5. So I do believe this is the chart that I was actually tracking some stuff. So I'm going to refresh this just to bring that data back up again. Yes, this is the one I've been tracking. So what I've been doing here on the daily, right? This is on the daily, and I'm going to change a few bits and bobs here, guys. So on the daily, what I've got is this particular pattern here. So this, you can see, is the 50-day moving average. This is the 200-day moving average. Now what I'm looking at is we've been banging on this 200-day moving average quite a bit. And you know, if you look in history, whenever we knock on it too many times, we do break through, we do fall through. And we can see this signal coming in. Yes, we might actually fall through. You can see the previous time, right, where we started knocking, and then look, we broke through. So we can see the distance, right, how long it takes for us to do this, and we can get a rough estimation that, okay, it took, when it knocked on this, it took it approximately 30 days for it to actually come and break down. 30 days, right? We can see this. So we can see that, okay, previously it took 30 days. Fine. So let's go and see if there's other data that suggests that this is the kind of a scenario it usually plays, right, whenever we fall below. So here, for example, we knocked, right, and when did we fall below? So we're just measuring the candle to candle, nothing else. So when did it break through? Wow, 29 days. So it seems like we seem to be getting this signal approximately 30 days in advance every single time, right? Whenever it decides to do this, apart from here, I believe this is a different one. But you know, even though, I mean, this is a longer one. Wow, if you look at this, I mean, this is a lot more dangerous than what people can say. This one actually gave us a signal around 200 days ago. Of course, we can't use that, but when we're looking at these shorter time trends, what we are seeing is that we do get this 30-day signal sent out to us that, guys, get ready, this might drop, right? And you can see how we've had this. Now the question is, do we still get a 30 days? That's the argument right now. So let's have a look and see, did we get a 30 days? Gonna get a ruler, take this particular thing here, and are we getting 30 days, right? Or actually, this would be the best one, the first candle. Let's use this. Let's see, did we get 30 days? Wow, we're getting 44 days. 44 days. Okay, fine, 44 days. Let's try and see again from where we are today, now that I'm talking about it. 34 days. So I'm getting close enough, right? So the point here is that guys, we do see a date flashing. It's around the mid to late January. And this is just basically trying to kind of follow a path. So if we did put a drawing here, what you can see is it's literally just drawing a path and saying, well, it's likely they can go there. This is not confirmation. This is not 100%. This is just a theory. Okay, anything could happen. This thing could collapse today. The average takes a longer time for it to get to where it needs to, right? So far what we're looking at is the trend itself, that yes, the 50-day moving average is pointing down, and yes, we have been touching the 200-day moving average, which not many people are talking about. So of course, if this is the case, then we need to focus and we need to say, right, this is definitely coming. Question is when. You know, I mean, you can change the time frame, you can change the dates, but ultimately this is coming at one stage or another. You know, the decision for us is right now is when this does happen, you know, are we ready for it? Because remember, one thing I've been telling everybody on this channel is, guys, you need to be prepped. Like for me, I am prepped at this line here. So all of these levels you're seeing here, these are my prep lines, right? So I am prepped around here, I'm prepped around here, you know, even these levels here. So I'm ready to buy the dips. And of course, if I can't buy the dips, then I'm ready to wait on the sideline for the market to come back to me. Okay, so I hope this kind of makes sense, right? I'm waiting for the market to come back to me. Also, actually, I'm going to bring this back again because I want to show you something else. Get rid of this fib line. I want to show you something else as well. So we did talk about this just the other day. Actually, we talked about something quite funny. We said, look, we do see, and I believe Tracy was here as well that day, and we talked about this, right? So there's a head and shoulders pattern forming here. We do see this head and shoulders pattern forming here, right? So this is what we got. Now we talked about how this, if it touches this 52, 53 level, and then if it gets rejected, that will then confirm that this could be a actual head and shoulders on a daily, so higher time frame, bigger data, much more explosive, much more lethal. And coincidentally, everything else is also suggesting that something big could be happening. So this is one of the reasons why I am warning you guys, because things could go south very fast. Let's see what's going on here. For 10 minutes. Wow. Did you, JBs, if it went up that much, did you manage to sell some? Because if you sold some, bro, you're laughing, man. You're minted today. Stark is here. Awesome, Stark. Nice to see you. I see Peppermint Garden here. Is there any coin that are in ICO that are trustworthy and may pump 5x in the first day that are coming out soon? There is one called Izzy, IZI. It is coming out, I believe, in 4 or 5 days, so that would be something you could look at. Again, remember, if you do want to go and look at ICO stuff, then this is a place where you can come and have a look. These are all the latest ICOs wherever they're coming. You can come and check here. It's called ICO drops, as you can see, and from here you can see which what are going to be the new ICOs or whatever. But just be careful where you go and actually participate in these, because not everything is super solid. So this is the one that I am actually looking at. It's called Izumi. The ticker, I believe, is Izzy or whatever it is. That's the one I'm going to be flying on. We did one today already, so that one's already done, unfortunately. So which one did we do? We did this one today, which was fantastic, and the next one we're going to be doing is this one here. Again, when it goes up 5x, 10x, whatever, just dump it, just get the hell out. Happy days. So, you know, just make sure to have your thing. And remember, this is not a financial advice, guys. Tiger Singh says, shut up, SDCrypto Paradexes. We are billionaires. Billionaires, folks. Billionaires, folks. Okay, your grammar's not that great, but it's okay. I understand. That's fine, bro. I'm a trillionaire in heart. Awesome. No point being rude. But anyway, so we've got Skin and Bones here. He's saying hi. Okay. Glitter Corner. Just wanted to check in crypto quickly before bedtime. Also, man, I'm awake right now. What are you awake for? What is a lyric says, what is a death cross? A death cross is when the 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average come and converge together, and the 50-day goes below the 200-day moving average. That is a death cross. And the reverse opposite when the opposite happens is called a golden cross. Albin says, I'm thinking of if BTC gets to 40 mark, I would start DCA into some coins like Crow and Dot. Exactly, that's what I'm planning to do as well. JB says, do that hack of crypto.com was on purpose to liquidate any shorts before they pump the price. Possibly, probably. I don't see why. But was it a hack? Maybe it was. Maybe it was an internal thing. Because if something like that can be hacked, guys, then our money's not safe, you know what I mean? But if anybody cashed out on that, whoa. And again, if you saw that, man, you should have told everybody on the groups. So Anton is here. CoinMarketCap has been hacked. I think it's been funny to look at. Let's have a look, because I haven't had a look at CoinMarketCap for a very, very long time. I only look at it because of you guys, but normally I don't really bother too much about it. So what is it showing? What's wrong with it? Oh, I see. Interesting. Okay, so everything here is showing a different number. So basically what's happened is this particular part here. So yeah, awesome. So the data is correct. Okay, remember this, all the data is correct, but only difference is this all-time high and the 24-hour high. That's where the data has been messed up. Okay, so this is where someone's decided to, yeah, really, I mean, hilarious. Okay, so this is where it's going on. So question is CoinMarketCap or crypto.com doing the same thing? I'll check it later, but again, I don't think it's a hack. It's just a glitch anyway. It doesn't, I mean, what's CoinMarketCap going to do? Confuse everybody, make everybody look bullish? I don't know. I mean, what, 5 million? Yeah, right. But at least this number's correct, right? So this particular, this price is coming from the API, guys. But remember that this is coming from the blockchain. So this particular section, this number actually comes from the blockchain itself. So this is not messed up. No issues at all. Volume also technically coming from the blockchain as well, so again this is okay, but the rest of it, yeah, could be messed up. It's fine, there's no harm into this. I wouldn't worry too much about the coin market cap. Let's have a look. Also guys, the reason I'm looking that way, actually I'll bring it here because I was in charge. Weird all this happening, but Sailor was still going in, maybe just to keep the bulls going. Any idea on that? I don't know. I mean, Sailor's been buying for some time. So Sailor, remember what I said. Look, guys, one of the main facts you have to understand, Sailor never bought anything with his own money. Sailor's buying it from his company. Any losses he has in his company's funds or BTC, even if BTC goes to $1, he just outright just writes it off. He still gets to keep the BTC and he writes it off. So this is the thing. And it has become a concern for a lot of people. In fact, the FCA recently, or somebody recently says, well, why should companies be writing off their losses if they've bought BTC in the UK? And I think other countries are also talking about this as well, because the fact is Michael Saylor can write off $6 billion or $7 billion worth of losses if he wants to, you know, and he can just keep whatever he's got and still claim losses. It's crazy how it works anyway. Anton says Sailor has maybe 2% off liquidity, doesn't make a difference. Exactly. I mean, it doesn't. Either thing, it doesn't make a difference. Even if Sailor dumps everything, or if Sailor buys, but you got to really understand where Sailor is. You know what I mean? You really have to understand. Everything he says doesn't mean it's 100%, guys. You know, he just came the other day and he's treated like God. Come on, he's nothing. He's a nobody. Ultimately, to me, he's a nobody. He's just got famous very quick. That's all it is. And I think he likes the limelight. Because I've seen him go on some really, really shitty shows, and I'm thinking, seriously, and he repeats the same thing over and over again. I'm like, okay, I think I've heard enough. And nowadays you get to see these quotes from these old people, and then he just puts hashtag Bitcoin. I mean, dude, do you have any of your own quotes? Because if you do, please, because I have some of my own quotes, I do post them, so I would love to see your quotes. You know. JB says, unfortunately, I didn't catch it in time. Going to put sell orders in the sky somewhere for next time. It won't happen, bro. It's just a little bug. That's what it is. Albin says, if it was a glitch, would you actually be able to sell at a price? Yes, if it was an exchange glitch, yes, you can sell at those prices. Anton says, some glitch where all coins were burned, 97 points, so stats are corrupt. Yeah, I mean, it's just messed up. Listen, you know, this is the kind of stuff, this is one of the reasons why we need to focus more on the charts and on the on-chain data. Just looking at some of this, you got to really understand that there's someone there doing the work, and there's nothing secure about this. This is just pulling data from the API and then just presenting it to you. So if the code is not robust, of course anybody could get in and just have a little bit of fun. It doesn't harm anybody, but just have a little bit of fun, get people excited. I mean, imagine how many people got excited today when they saw this price, you know, $351 billion, 24-hour high. Come on, people got really excited. Skin and Bone says, wow, that's insane, didn't know that. Basically another way of fraud. Well, yeah, it's illegal fraud, isn't it? If every country, well, not every, majority of the Western countries, basically, if you are a company and you buy something or buy an asset, that is actually your expense. A lot of people don't know this. This is actually your expense. You know, you could buy anything, it doesn't matter, it's actually expense. Of course, you have to be large enough to do, like, so not large enough. You know, you can even expense a packet of crisps, but depending on how much your company actually earns, because there is actually a percentage that you can expense, you know. And when it comes to debt, loans and all sorts of other stuff, which Michael Saylor did get it on a loan, so the money he got is not even his money. He borrowed money to buy BTC, then he borrowed even more to buy more BTC, then he sold some shares and he got more, then he converted some more notes and, you know, the shares, and then he got more. So that's what he's been doing. He's just been taking money out of the company to pump it into BTC. But he knows very well, even if BTC goes to zero, he's still got the BTC, and his company can just write it off as a loss, and then he doesn't even have to pay taxes for God knows how long. So yeah, that's the reality, my brother. That's the reality. JB says, but next time it did, I think he says, if they stop sellers and said they have liquidity issues, they block sellers. I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're saying, but listen, these kind of glitches happen every now and then. The only glitches that we want to be taking care of is like those sudden spikes. Like, you have seen sudden spikes, and when they do happen, if you do have an order to buy or sell, it will happen. You know, you'll get it. If it's a small amount, you'll get it. But stuff like this, and remember, anything on the blockchain is unstoppable anyway. So, you know, companies like crypto.com, Binance, Coinbase, and a few others, because they're centralized and they know who you are, remember this, they actually know who you are, they can easily take that coin back off you. Even if you did sell it, even if you did buy it, they can just say, no mate, that was a glitch, I need my money back. And they can do that. But imagine crypto.com glitch like that on the actual blockchain, and somebody went on a decentralized exchange and says, I want to sell. Nobody can take that money off him. That's the power of decentralization. This is why I'm such a big fan of decentralization. Anything that I see that is decentralized, I do love it. I do love it. JB says someone burned all Crow coins. Well, if it's looking like it's burnt, could be, maybe not. Where is Crow? Interesting. Where did Crow just vanish to? Crow looks like it's just left. Oh no, it's here. No, Crow's still here. Crow's max supply and circulating supply is still the same, guys. It hasn't changed. So that is absolutely fine. That hasn't changed. So yeah. Again, listen, guys, stay away from the noise. It doesn't help you. MicroStrategy has cashed out a lot. Check out their assets under management. No point. Of course they're going to cash out. Why do you think they're in there? They're there to make money, bro. They're there to make money. So Anton says none burnt, but someone hacked CoinMarketCap and created this glitch for stats to show incorrectly. Exactly, that's what they did. So it's fine. It's fine. I agree. Stay with the charts. Him is here waving. Awesome. So remember, listen, guys, it's all fun and games, you know, whatever happens. But This is one of the reasons why, remember, I always say that always have multiple charts, multiple data points if need be. Like coin market cap, if I see bad data, I'll easily jump onto CoinGecko, because that is also a backup. I would definitely jump onto that, check it out. But then again, I don't really check this as much, because I normally just observe how many coins are showing up, and whenever you guys mention a coin, this is what I do here. But what's the point? We've got this here, which is coming from on chain. It's better data for us, and of course, if this all makes people feel bullish, then by all means, great, you know, good luck to you guys. But all I'm seeing is basically right now is like warning signs flashing. It's like, okay, yes, everything is absolutely super awesome. I mean, look at the crow price here. If it did spike, we should see a spike here. Look, if there was a spike, you would have seen a massive long wick, but it didn't spike. On chain, the data is still secure. Absolutely nothing has happened here. So, you know, just be cautious what you hear and what you see, because not everything you see is real, and not everything you hear is true. So sometimes you just gotta get a second opinion and see exactly what's really going on. As I said, looks loads of things here does not make any sense to me when I'm looking at all of this, right? Doesn't make any sense to me, you know. We're looking at the market is at 2.16 2.16 trillion. So when you're looking at all of this, come on guys, you gotta see we're way down. We're like $900 billion away. I mean, 990 billion, for God's sake, 990 billion, almost, right, below our previous all-time high. That's not going to be an easy feat. That is absolutely not going to be an easy feat. So just stay cautious. Again, remember what I've said many times before as well. Make your mind up. Make your choice. What do you want to do? You know, what is the game plan? What is your game plan? It's very important. I've been banging on about it for almost 2 months now. So the question is, you know, what is your game plan? Make sure you understand that and stick to that game plan, because this is like, you know, I've mentioned it, like it's the yo-yo market, right? Where everything just goes super crazy. 1 minute it's up, next minute it's down. It's just absolutely crazy. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so I'm not going to talk too much today. Obviously, as I said, I'm really tired. My back's hurting as well. But yeah, I mean, just be cautious, guys. That's all I'm going to say to you. Be cautious. And I hope I answered most of the questions here anyway. Just wanted to catch up, because I know some of the boys were kind of missing. I was like asking, what's going on? You know, are you going to do a stream today? And I have been busy. I have even had a few calls from a few people asking me if I'm going to do the streams and this and that. But just been really busy running around. You know, been up since like 7 in the morning, just everywhere. If I caught that glitch, I would have bought. So there was no glitch. Listen, there was no glitch. Listen, JB's, look, you know very well there was no glitch, my brother. If you look carefully, there was absolutely no glitch. Look, there was no glitch. This didn't spike up, right? There was absolutely no glitch. It's just basically someone messing around with people's emotions, and yeah, just creating a hype out of nothing. But as I said, just be cautious. Be absolutely cautious, because right now, I mean, even with this glitch, this is what I can say. Most people wouldn't have a clue what is going on right now, right? They would not understand that this market is not up. We are not positive. 0.63, you call that positive? No. 0.44, you call that positive? No. Right, when you're looking at this data, this looks like it's frozen in time. This does not look like accurate data at all. This does not look like accurate data at all. So somebody's doing something to either mislead, confuse, or anything like this, right? It could be anybody. So all I'm going to say is just be cautious. Remember, if you're going to be hodling, just hodl tight. You know, if you want to buy the dips, right, or you thought, you know, you cashed out and you said, okay, I want to buy the dip, but now you're seeing the market move the opposite direction, calm, stay calm. Don't worry too much about it. It's fine. You know, the market will always come back to you. You know, if this is worrying you, what you see here, this the death cross signal that I've just given, or the whole subject I talked about today, if this is worrying you, guys, this has been forming since this particular area here, since we dropped. So the signal for us was down here, right, in the 18th of November. So you can see I've been warning people since these two particular candles, right, and the signal's been there. So this market has been coming down. The moment we broke the 50-day moving average, this signal was confirmed, and then the moment we touched the 200, technically we just confirmed. And this is why I wanted to talk about it today, because we've had this as a kind of a confirmation and this kind of an indication. So do understand, it's not 100%, but this says yes, we're below the 50-day, and this now says yes, we've just come to that level, that specific zone. Can we hold that zone, or are we going to continue down? And remember one other thing as well, if you look carefully how far we are from the top, so just roughly, right, so we're approximately 30% away from the top, right, 30% away from the top. And if you look carefully, we're approximately 12% away from this bottom. So when we look at this as well, we can also see that, you know, the probability of us going high, you know, is a lot more difficult, right, or it will be harder than us to go down and bounce here. We'd rather have this bounce and invalidate everything and move up. So just be cautious, that's what I'm saying. Remember, I'm still a bull. I'm still not going to buy the dips. Skin and Bones, appreciate you coming to the show as well, my brother. I appreciate you coming to the show. What coins pump when BTC pumps and pumps when BTC dumps? Belgian, I'll be honest with you, there's only a handful of coins that do the opposite of BTC. And even then, they're not really accurate, because the market itself, remember we talk about the dominance, right? BTC still holds around 40% of the dominance. Ethereum still holds around 20% of the dominance. So when these two move, they literally move the 15,000 whatever coins we got. So there's no comparison. When they dump, everything dumps. That's just the fact. And we have to accept that until the dominance changes. I've talked about it so many times. So yeah, I mean, it's a difficult one, but they do control the market. If they dump, everything will dump, and there's no comparison, as I said, you know. And the others that you see, oh, maybe a 5% here, 10% there, but go and look at the overall structure. You'll see that overall they've been kind of bad. JB says, thanks again, bro, great stream. I'm going to watch from the start when you dip. I'm behind like 10 minutes. Also, my brother, no worries, you're not that behind, don't worry. What chain is Paradexes token on? Paradexes, the community, so I gave them 6 chains to choose where they want Paradexes to launch. They all chose BNB. So they said they wanted it on Binance chain, so that's where Paradex is going, based on the majority vote. JB says, anyone looking to buy Pulse Chain when it comes out? I've mentioned this before regarding Pulse Chain, actually. I said, look, Richard Hart, you know, regardless what kind of a character he is, he's got a massive cult following, right? And he's proven that with Hex. One thing you have to understand with this Hex coin, all of those people are going to come and join Pulse. Also, if you remember the Pulse sacrifice period, $700 million, I believe it was, of coins was sacrificed, literally just given to him for free. And of course, since he got those, he went on a world tour with his Rollies and his Lambos and whatever he did, right? Flashed everything. It's just so cringy. I was like, seriously, dude, you really got to do that? You make your money, keep your money. We all know that's fine. Do you really have to flash that? It's just so sickening. Anyway, but he's done that. But then again, as I said, he's got the cult, and if his cult likes this, then why not? He's entertaining the cult, right? So Pulse Chain does have a massive chance, and I've mentioned this before as well. So I will personally buy Pulse Chain. You know, I will buy, because I know that he's got the army behind him to pump it. So I don't see a reason why not. But again, as I say, this is not a financial advice. You obviously got to do your own research and do your own thing. But I'm only basing it on certain fundamentals and certain facts that I've seen, you know, regardless how scammy he sounds. You know, I mean, Hexcoin is probably the biggest scammy coin out there, but he's literally made it a success, and I've made money on it, and so many other people have. So I don't see much of an issue, you know, from that point of view. And as I said, he's got the cult, he's got the money, he's got everything. Why not? He's going to pump that whole thing. Even, by the way, on Hexcoin, he actually bought it and sold it to pump the coin himself. Um, JB says, I caught a glitch like that before though, bro, honestly, but that one was crazy today. Awesome, bro. If you have caught it, that's great. JB, should you sell your ETH? It's up to you, bro. It's entirely up to you. If you look at Discord, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, I actually dumped my so when we were dumping, so show you this. So I think it was this one here. I think it was this one. Yeah, I think it was this one here. When it started dumping, was it this one? Yeah, it was this one. So when it started dumping, I literally sold my ETH, I sold my BTC, the liquid ones I had, I sold them and I pick them up again. Do you know what I mean? So because I know that this 200-day moving average is a bounce zone, so I did bounce on that zone, pick up some more, basically got myself some more satoshis. Let's see. Anton says, Moon Boys and Lambos mentally will be over soon. This market is maturing. Of course, that's the whole thing. I mean, more and more mature people are coming in. And, you know, most people that are coming in, they're not here to flash their cash and this and that. I mean, the old guys, you know, some of those guys got lucky. I mean, for example, Richard Hart, he actually got lucky because he did enter crypto very early. And he kind of forgets his roots that, hold on, you made all your money from Bitcoin. And now you'd see him on a show dissing Bitcoin. I'm like, no, don't forget your roots, dude. You are nobody. You made your money from Bitcoin, so don't deny that. You made your money on Ethereum, so don't go around shilling them. In fact, Postchain is a duplicate copy of Ethereum with the lower fees. So please don't go around shilling them. Sorry, no, dissing them and saying, oh, they don't do this, they do this, they do that. Dude, you're surviving on them. You know what I mean? So, you know, appreciate everything for what it is. Basically, that's what I say. Albin says, see the ICO you talked about, will that be done in the same way as Vox's? Yes, and that one's going to be done on Bybit. So remember, the exchanges I talk about, you know, Gate.io, they have their own ways of doing the similar kind of stuff. KuCoin, they do their own similar kind of stuff. Even crypto.com to a certain extent do the same kind of stuff. Binance, Bybit, KuCoin, Binance, Bybit, and Gate.io pretty much follow the same kind of style. So you got to hold their coins, you got to buy with their coins, and then carry on. And yeah, you can make a whole ton of money there. Mr. C says, you just joined. You sound really perky tonight, dude. You may have answered this, but what would would it have let us sell those ridiculous prices earlier? No, we didn't have those prices, bro. It was just a glitch, nothing else. Look, I've mentioned it. Look, there was no spike. Can you see Crow? There was no spike. If you look carefully, the spike, if it was 1,000,000%, it should show up as a wick like this. We didn't. The blockchain did not register that. It was just a fake glitch. It's not even a glitch, it's just fake numbers, right? The fact is here, look, this candle didn't go anywhere. This is on a daily candle, didn't go anywhere. Do you understand? This candle would literally show you a massive wick here. It didn't do nothing, bro, so please. Mr. C, I highly doubt it, but you never know. If you can fit in what NFT game projects you are most looking forward to. The only NFT game projects that I personally support, one second guys, personally do support, and I have talked about many times, like Sandbox, what was this, RFox, currently RFox Gala, for example, Decentraland, you know, Decentraland and Sandbox. In fact, my number one is Sandbox. So I've talked about this before as well. I said if I was to give my vote on who's my number one currently, my number one currently is Sandbox. I do see a lot of users there. I forgot the name of that game, but it's very similar to that particular game. And I think this is what's winning a lot of people onto Sandbox as well. You know, but yeah, that's just it. Other than that, I mean, when you look at NFT art or anything, I'm not interested. There is NFT arts that we are doing, and I've mentioned this right from the beginning. I said, guys, if I am going to be buying or doing anything in the NFT art space, I will be doing my own thing. I could flash something. I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure I'm not going to get told off if I do flash this. I'm just going to flash it. I hope you can see the camera when I do flash this. Let's try and do this. So let's see if you guys could see the camera. Give me a second, because I need to see the screen myself so I can angle what I'm about to show you. So yes, you are not going to get a big screen of this. You're going to get a tiny screen, and I'm just going to flash this for you. So this is what we've been working on. Here we go, just once more. Okay, so that's all you're getting, nothing else. You can pause it if you want, but yes, we have been working on some NFT collections, and they are coming very soon. But again, we haven't decided which network, and the brother I'm working with, he is actually an artist, a great artist in fact. And so we're in collaboration, we're doing this, and hopefully we're going to be possibly testing it on multiple platforms. And I've spoken to him, I said, look, Paradexes is not ready to launch the NFT yet, but let's test the waters and let's get an audience as well. So some definitely good stuff coming, and this particular NFT that he created is actually based on his real cats. So the characters actually his real thing. Yes, these are actual NFTs, my brother. We will be advertising them on Twitter and possibly on Instagram and everything. And also I am going to be leaving a link on Paradexes, so if anyone wants to go and buy, they can. And what we're planning to do is not do an auction, because I did discuss with him, actually I had a long discussion with him today as well, and I said, look, what do you want to do? Do you want to do an auction? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? What do you want to do? So, and there is still some work left to do with that NFT, and this is just something I made. So what he's okay with just selling normally, so that's why what we're going to do, we're going to probably put it on the cheapest gas network, find some sort of a software that we want to test, and keep the price low. But there are going to be common, uncommon, rare, and super rare. Okay, so potluck, the user cannot choose what they're buying. Only, of course, when it goes to auction, that's a different story, but the user cannot choose what they're buying. The user has to mint the token, and it's going to be randomized, and we're thinking of doing approximately 10,000 pieces. So we do 10,000 randomized pieces, very cheap, and potluck, you know, if you get yourself one of those super rare ones, you can go and sell it and do whatever you want. So that's the whole idea on this particular one. So what's going on here? Let's see. Okay, I answered that. Mr. C, market caps had a quadrillion. I bought a hex ticket for London the other week, but I missed it. Couldn't be bothered to travel from Brum. 350, no refund. Well, of course not, bro, because why would you pay for a hex ticket? My god, why would you do that for? What's wrong with you? You know, 350 quid, is that what the venue cost? Are you paying for the whole venue, bro? Let's see, anyway, let's see. Belgian says, do you think this is good time to buy, or do you believe there are better entry times to come? Better entry times to come, my brother. Minecraft, yes, that's it. Minecraft, exactly. Sandbox is copying what Minecraft did, because there's one, I think decentralized is similar to Roblox, and Sandbox is very comparable to Minecraft. That's the one I always forget. Anton says, wait until Wednesday, there's a lot of news coming, it may go up or down heavily. Exactly, so just be patient, you know, whether you want to buy or anything. Don't FOMO, never FOMO. Right now, if it's green, well, you don't buy. If the candle is flashing green to you, you shouldn't be buying. You know, if we look at let's go to BTC, for example, on the daily, so because I'm on the hourly, by the way. So if this is green, you don't want to be buying. You want to stand back and just say, okay, let me wait for the rebound, and I'll probably pick up there. Anton's message was restricted. I have no idea why, bro. Low gas is great. Absolutely. No, the whole idea is so the project that we're planning to do, and there's a few things. This is going to be like a test bed, what we're planning to do. We want to test out different softwares and randomizers and other kind of ways of making NFTs, right? Like a little test bed. So yes, these are prized pieces. I mean, there are going to be some super rare pieces. I just flashed it. It didn't really justify what the actual pieces are. I mean, once somebody sees the actual pieces, and I will, this is a promotional video as well, what you saw flashing there, once I activate that and start doing the promotion, you will see exactly what the super rare pieces are. And yeah, they're on another level. So there's going to be, you know, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 pieces. When it comes to the super rare, there'll probably only be maybe 1 or 2 pieces of those. So it is going to create some sort of a buzz. And but the most important thing is I don't want to do the hype thing where they push it up all the way to like $1 million for an NFT. We don't want to do that. Maybe in the secondary market, if it does, great. But for us in the primary market, we're going to try and keep it as low as possible. So one of my biggest question, I don't know if he's here on the chat because he is one of our viewers. My biggest question I asked him was, bro, how much do you want for it? What would you be happy with? So he gave me a price and I said, that's fine. I know your price. Okay, this is good. Let me work on that and let me see what I can do. And of course, he just gave me XYZ amount of pieces and I'm doing all the work for him. So I said, oh, let me do the video. Let me do the maths. Let me see how much money it will all make. And let's try and keep the network as cheap as possible. And of course, just helping him out and seeing what's going on. Actually, to the point where I'm helping him out, I'm actually launching the whole thing myself. So it's his artwork. I'm going to be managing it for him. I'm going to be doing all the hard work and all the, you know, stuff that needs to be done because he has no idea. I said, that's fine. So hopefully I can give him a nice little success because I asked him, I said, what are you buying after, you know, you make some money? And he said he wants a nice place. He wants to move away to a country where it's always sunny. You know what? Simple. That's fine. He's not being unrealistic. He didn't turn around and say, I want a Lambo or anything like this. Love that. So yeah, I mean, low gas fees obviously always the best, you know, lower the better. So I have suggested Matic. I said, how about Matic chain? So maybe we might do a Matic chain. If not, then probably BNB chain. Even you'll be surprised, you can actually use it on Arbitrum as well. So I could possibly even do it in Arbitrum. But again, there's a few options out there. I'll announce it once it's done anyway. So it's kind of my first time I'm dabbling into it. I've been involved before. I've had free NFTs delivered to me. I've had gifts sent out to me. So yes, I've had a few NFTs dropped to me, which is nice. And I appreciate it, community members and everybody giving it to me. Thank you very much for those NFTs, which are actually worth something. So originally when they gave it, it wasn't worth that much. But for me, it was worth $1 million because end of the day, you know, someone's gifted it to me, so it's worth $1 million. But now they're worth a lot compared to where they were. So yes, definite valuable pieces. And as I said, this is just a start, guys. This is just a start because there's loads of different things I want to experiment. I want to do. You know, and I'm trying to nick ideas. So I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to rob ideas. If I can figure out a software that does things better or has a unique way of doing it, and I can break it down and say, right, this is what this does, I want this software, then yeah, I don't see why we can't actually implement that into Paradexes. Because remember, when Paradexes launches, the launch phase is just the decentralized exchange, the SOC protocol and the yield farming, and then it starts the roadmap. Eventually, you know, one by one, it would launch the NFT. It would launch all sorts of other platforms as well. I'm not going to mention all of them, but it's definitely coming. There's a big long list, and it's definitely coming. How do you get your Bitcoin log curve? Just go to on the indicator and just type Bitcoin log. Let's do this. Where are we? Hold on, let me get you another chart because I don't want to mess my charts up. I don't want to mess my charts up. Give me a second, guys. Let me grab another chart. Let me see what number this is. Yeah, I could use this. No worries. So let's use this. Let's get rid of everything. And yes, so what you do, you go to indicators, and all you got to type in is Bitcoin log. And that's it, and it's the one with the 4,424. He's got the best one, so just use that and you're fine. There you go. And then what you've got to do is when you're on the bottom, make sure you hit log. It has to be on log for it to actually work. Okay, so yeah, and then you can customize it, do whatever you want. So Belgians was answered. Belgian, that's how you do it. Bitcoin log, that's all you have to type in, it will come in. Anton says Matic for sure picking up. Another option may be VeChain. Yes, I don't see a reason why not VeChain. I remember most of them, they all share the Ethereum virtual machine anyway, so it's great. Of course, the question, and this is the biggest question, Anton, I'll be honest with you, most of the people haven't dabbled in all the other chains. And when it comes to setting up their wallets and everything, they just feel more comfortable with the ones that they've already got. So that's what I found is Matic is already there. So a lot of people are comfortable with Polygon. A lot of people are comfortable with BNB. A lot of people are very comfortable with Ethereum, even though the gas fees are ridiculous. I've seen some new people getting interested in Phantom and some new people getting interested in Crow as well. I haven't tested out Crow myself. Phantom I have, and yeah, it's just the same old Ethereum EVM compatible chain. You know, MetaMask just sees it like default. It probably thinks it's Ethereum. You know, it just works. You know what I mean? It just works out of the box because it's the same thing. So, but as I said, the communities are important, and I have seen a lot of people around those, and the demand is quite high around those as well. But anyway, I'm happy to try all the chains. I don't see a reason why we can't have different collections on different chains just to see which chain picks up the most. You know what you know, if you win, you win. If you lose, what are you gonna do about it? You could have a nice collection, 1,000 pieces or 10,000 pieces of something, and nobody might buy it. You know, you could be on the best chain and nobody might buy it because CryptoPunks or Cypherpunks or whatever they call, or Bored Ape Club might dominate the market. Do you know what I mean? So there's no such thing as you're gonna be successful, but ultimately there's no harm in trying. So of course we're going to try all the chains on all the different softwares and all the different platforms and see how it goes forward, you know. So let's see what happens. JB says, do you think tomorrow will be positive for the big meeting tomorrow? Big meeting? What big meeting, bro? Oh, you mean the Matic meeting? There's a lot of them. There's a lot of news, but this is the thing. It's like there's news coming in. Yeah, so is it buy the news or buy the rumor, sell the news? What's going to happen? We don't know. So again, remember, I've been going on about this for a very long time. Since we were here, right? Or what was it? Since we were here, I've been going on about this. Once we entered the yo-yo market, this is the critical time you yourself have to make decisions in how you want to play this market, because this market is not kind. This market is going to be unfriendly. You know, when we were down here, we were super bullish. When we were down here, we were extra super bullish, you know, and we understood what this market wants to do. It's fine. It's done its thing. Absolutely fine. It's going to go up. Absolutely fine. This time, this is only one single leg. And that's what worries me. That's what worries me. So yeah, I mean, you just got to observe, just see what happens. But as I said, make your mind up, make your decision up. How do you want to play this? And just be careful. That's what I'm asking, guys. Everybody, I'm asking, just be very, very careful. What small coins do you have your eyes on to buy, so when we leave the bear market, you can sell? No, you don't sell in a bear market, bro. You buy in a bear market. Yeah. Oh, okay. So when we leave the bear market, yes. Okay. So yes, that means when we enter a bull market. That's what you mean, right? There's plenty, but there's no point picking the coins now. Remember, we have 15,000 coins, or coming to 15,500 coins to choose from. So no rush. When they do come, I will mention them. In fact, go and check on my channel. Around January or February, I posted a video which I recommended 50 specific type of coins. 50 coins I suggested then. So it's coming to that point where I might make another one. Of course, I'm going to observe the market to see if it's the right time to launch a video like this. But there was a video I made approximately around here somewhere, where I actually spoke about which coins to buy and which have long-term potential and short-term potential. So those are the coins